From sugar estates to smart cities, Jamaica's real estate enters a new era of measured growth. By Jamaica Homes, published on October 16, 2025. For centuries, Jamaica's landscape has mirrored its social and economic tides. From the plantation estates that once defined wealth and power to the post-independence rush for home ownership, and now to the sleek towers and eco-communities shaping its skyline. Real estate has always been both a mirror and a motor of Jamaica's progress. This October, that story continues, but with a tone of maturity. The feverish pace of the last few years has cooled, giving way to reflection and recalibration. The cranes are still moving, yes, but they're moving with purpose. What's unfolding is not a boom, it's a balancing act, and it might just be the most important phase in Jamaica's property evolution yet. A market moving from growth to governance. Across Kingston, Montego Bay, and St. Andrew, confidence remains steady. Developers aren't chasing every acre, they're curating it. JMMB Group, for instance, has announced 2 new builds. One on Harbor Street, an 18 to 20-month project, and another on Houghton Avenue, 22 to 24 months, together representing J4.5 to 5 billion in new investment over the next 3 to 4 years. The new era of development isn't about size, it's about sense, says Dean Jones, founder and realtor associate of Jamaica Homes. We're learning that progress means more than pouring concrete. It's about connecting people, preserving culture, and building communities that breathe. The sentiment echoes a broader market shift. Jamaica's real estate is no longer defined solely by the number of cranes in the sky, but by the quality of the spaces they're creating. Capital confidence, building beyond borders. Jamaican developers are no longer thinking locally. First Rock Real Estate Investments has completed its 3rd overseas project, a commercial and distribution property in Costa Rica, showing that Jamaican capital is confident, mobile, and increasingly sophisticated. Once upon a time, Jones reflects, our developers built for the parish. Now they're building for the planet. It's a sign that Jamaica's property vision has matured. We're exporting confidence as much as concrete. Locally, Kintyre Holdings, through its arm Parallel Real Estate Ventures, has secured a $110 million site in Stony Hill, signaling ongoing appetite for premium residential markets. It's a quiet statement that luxury in Jamaica isn't fading. It's simply becoming more intentional. The diaspora comes home strategically. In early October, the Embassy of Jamaica in Washington, D.C., hosted the Keys to Paradise Real Estate Expo, an event designed to showcase investment opportunities back home to the diaspora and international investors. The symbolism was powerful, an island reconnecting with its global citizens through bricks and mortar. These events matter, Jones explains. They remind Jamaicans abroad that real estate isn't just about buying property. It's about coming home, contributing, and building legacy. Policy with purpose. Tackling idle land and urban decay. Jamaica's policymakers are also beginning to confront a long-standing challenge: underused and abandoned properties in Kingston's historic core. A proposed vacancy tax aims to discourage land banking and stimulate redevelopment. If implemented with care, it could reshape downtown Kingston's fortunes, encouraging owners to either use, lease, or sell long-idle parcels. A vacancy tax isn't a penalty, Jones argues. It's a prod, a way to make every square foot of Kingston work for the people again. Luxury ascends while affordability struggles. Events like Design Week JA in Montego Bay have spotlighted projects such as The Pinnacle, a 351-unit high-rise aimed squarely at the luxury market. Yet even as the island's skyline gleams brighter, affordability remains a stubborn challenge. Rising construction costs, credit constraints, and limited access to financing keep first-time buyers on the margins. The National Housing Trust, NHT, continues to deliver new units in Trelawney and St. Catherine, but the gap between aspiration and accessibility remains wide. There are two Jamaicas in housing, Jones notes. One is reaching for the sky, and the other is still trying to afford the ground beneath it. Bridging those worlds, that's where the future lies. Rebalancing and refinement, the commission compression. Developers and agents are also feeling the effects of a cooling market. Commission rates, once averaging 5%, are now often 2% or less. This isn't collapse, it's recalibration. It signals a competitive ecosystem where success depends on service, data, and trust more than quick sales. The commission squeeze is a wake-up call, Jones admits. We can't rely on the old models. Technology, transparency, and empathy are the new tools of the trade. From BPO to bungalows, construction's new focus. As the BPO, business process outsourcing sector slows, developers are redirecting capacity toward housing. Government announcements of 1,000 new worker homes near major hotel zones mark a pivot from export-oriented infrastructure to domestic stability. Simultaneously, municipalities like Trelawney are reporting record property tax collections. $378 million projected for this fiscal year, signaling better compliance and civic engagement. It's a small but telling sign that the property ecosystem, from developers to residents, is learning to move in rhythm. History repeating, but wiser. Jamaica's real estate history is cyclical. From the plantation economy's vast estates to post-war suburban sprawl, from 1980s speculative booms to 2000s gated communities. Each phase has carried lessons in equity, access, and resilience. Today's market stands on that legacy but looks forward differently. Land is no longer just wealth, it's stewardship. The conversation has shifted from ownership to impact. Every development now, Jones says, must answer two questions. How does it uplift the community? And how does it endure beyond profit? That's the new benchmark of success. Advice for the seasoned and the starting. For homeowners, now is the time to invest in longevity, maintenance, modernization, and proper documentation. A well-kept property aligned with updated title and valuation data will not only hold value but attract better buyers or tenants as Jamaica's regulatory environment tightens. For investors, patience and prudence are your allies. Diversify across parishes, focus on mixed-use properties, and consider the mid-range bracket where demand remains strongest. Kingston's established corridors, Constant Spring, Barbican, and Liguania retain their power. But emerging towns like Falmouth, Mandeville, and Maypen offer value plays with long-term upside. A thoughtful close. Jamaica's property market in October 2025 is not roaring, it's resonating. The energy is quieter, but it's smarter. Developers are becoming curators. Policymakers are showing courage, and buyers are asking sharper questions. As Jones concludes, real estate in Jamaica has always told our story, from sugar to cement, from fields to foundations. The next chapter won't be written in square footage alone, but in how we balance ambition with belonging. By Jamaica Homes editorial team, October 2025, Real Estate Roundup, featuring insights and commentary by Dean Jones, founder and realtor associate, Jamaica Homes. Disclaimer: the information presented in this publication is provided for general informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial, investment, or legal advice. While every effort has been made to ensure accuracy and reliability, Jamaica Homes and its contributors make no representations or warranties, express or implied, regarding the completeness, accuracy, or suitability of the information contained herein.